Sandy has been the heart of that program for quite some time, and the heart of USAID for quite some time. And so I have to say, Sandy, from the bottom of my heart, I'm really sad to see you go. I'm happy for what you're moving on to, but it's going to leave us just a little bit more lonely and sad that you're gone. I would like to say to your entire family that you have every reason to be really, really, really proud of your mom, or your wife, as the case may be. She's amazing. And I don't say that lightly. Among other things, the progression that she's had in USAID is almost unheard of. And what she's done in terms of enabling us to have an impact on this country in terms of the contracting actions that she's overseen and in terms of the help that she's given to all of USAID in terms of being able to make things happen, having development happen on the ground, has just been phenomenal. Your mom, your wife, it has been at the heart of our development efforts for quite some time, and to that end, literally, she has saved lives, and not just a few, but thousands of lives. People that would not be alive today, people that would not be well nourished today, people that would not be well educated today, trees and environment that would not be there today, lemurs that would not be there today if your mom, your wife, had not been around. And so I have to say that for Madagascar, from my point of view, she's a hero. She's somebody who has had a phenomenal impact on this country, somebody who has made this a better place to live, a better place for everybody, has reduced poverty, has improved education, and has improved this country overall. So I think we all owe Sandy a huge round of applause and a huge bit of thanks. So, as you're aware, Sandy and her family, her kids and her husband, are moving on to New York City, which in November or December or January or February or March will be 2021. Will be lovely and warm and sunny, and it will be a wonderful place to be living until the summer comes around and it just gets too hot. But that New York City and working for the government of Madagascar at the United Nations will be a tremendous adventure for you guys. I don't know if you've ever been to New York City. It's an amazing place. I have a lot of friends who have lived there, and basically they never want to leave, partly because they can't afford to. But that it really, you're going to have some amazing adventures in the United States, and I hope that things go really well for you. I hope that you find friends. I hope that you find success in school and in life in the United States. And Sandy, I hope that you come back to us at USAID just as soon as humanly possible. So just to kind of round things up on this, thank you so much for everything that you've done for us, with us, for this country, with this country. Thank you so much for being a friend. Thank you so much for being a wonderful colleague to so many people here. And I know that so many people love you and are going to be so sad to see you go. And we all wish you nothing but the best. We all wish all of you nothing but the best, happiness and success as you move forward with this big move to the United States, and that everything goes well, and that you all have success and happiness there. So thank you very much. Congratulations.
I want to start with what's at the end of what I'm supposed to say, and talk a little bit about what Mr. Dunlop was talking about all of Sandy's amazing contributions to Madagascar, to America and Madagascar, to development and the protection of the amazing, miraculous country that Madagascar is. Because while we have valued, and I think all of us, as John said, have benefited from all of that work that Sandy did, I personally think it's kind of cool that she'll now go on and work for Madagascar in the UN, where just as with us, she's moved up from a 6 to an 11, now she gets to move up from the bilateral relationship between the United States and Madagascar and getting Madagascar to engage with the entire world, with the entire UN. not to intimidate you with the responsibilities that we're putting on your shoulders, but I think there are many more people saved and trees saved and lemurs saved and awareness of Madagascar's beauty in your future. And so for that, we thank you in advance. And I would also say, when I look at that and I think about that, I think somebody who could work with us at the embassy for 20 years and still have faith in international relations and still believe in international engagement means that we haven't always done everything wrong. We must have done some good things while you were around to give you that hope. And so we're really glad to see that you're taking this experience and going on to that experience. And so congratulations. I also think I know that you and your family will be tremendously successful in New York. I've been here a little less time, and so I've known you a little less time than John has, but you are one of the personalities that makes this mission what it is. You are one of the smiles that greets everybody, and I've always believed very firmly that one of the most important things any of us can do in our days at work is to smile at everybody and to greet everybody and to make everybody feel like we're all in this together, because we are all in this together. And I personally will miss, and I know the mission will miss, that smile and that welcome, which I felt immediately on my first day here. And the UN may be a harder group to get to smile back at you, but you know, what's the song? If you can make it in New York, you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. So good luck. I also know that you have the skills, Sandy, to succeed in doing that. As many of you know, probably most of you know, but I think it's worth repeating, Sandy has not only contributed to the work that we do here in Tana in Madagascar, but she was one of those very brave and very committed people who went off to Iraq in years when Iraq was not so easy, and did some amazing work there, organizing our mission and keeping us on track. The first ever property sale in Iraq, which I can only imagine how complicated and weird that was, but she managed to pull it off. And she also contributes to Madagascar, far outside and far beyond what she does for us here and with us here at the mission. Malagasy Motorsports, showing women, showing girls, showing men, more importantly, that women can do anything. Again, a skill that will be important in New York. And using that also as the president of the We Move Madagascar Association, talking again about the participation of women and how important that is. And in fact, I'll put in a plug for my colleagues in public affairs. Tomorrow, Sandy is going to be our guest speaker at one of our Meet US programs, talking about her work with that. And so I hope that all of these experiences here at the embassy in Iraq, with your outside activities, with your NGO work, will give you a whole lot of things and skills and talents to bring not only to your work in New York, but to your life in New York and to your family's ability to connect in New York and to succeed there. As John said, we will all be really hard-pressed to replace you and to replace the smile and the camaraderie that you bring, but we know that you will bring all of our best wishes and all of our prayers for every success for you and your family to you in New York. So I would say, on behalf of everybody, Misocho Betska, and best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sandy, an appreciation for and acknowledgement of your long service with USAID, your expert advice, your strong commitment to USAID's development program, your dedication to the job, and your caring and supportive leadership have made USAID Madagascar a friendlier and more productive place to work. And thank you very much.
U.S. Mission Antananarivo, Embassy of the United States of America, mission length of service presented to Sandy Sulukunurian for completion of 20 years of U.S. government service.
Thank you.
She's excited about the pen.
So this will be most likely the last time that I would be speaking here at length as USAID Acquisition and Assistance Specialist. And I would like today to share some personal reflections on the last 20 years I spent within this mission. From the time I joined this mission in 1999 as a roving secretary, a property management associate, or as an A&A specialist, I have been inspired by the enormous potential that working in development and taking part in improving the lives of my Malagasy people holds. The potential to serve the interests of the US government and seeing the Malagasy people benefiting from the work we do, and in whether bigger or smaller way to make the world a better place. My years spent here were made of ups and downs, just as a normal life would be. Every single day had its own excitement, scare, brought its own stress, and its happiness. Steve Jobs said in one of his speeches, one cannot connect the dots by looking forward. One only can do so by looking backwards. Those of you who know me very well would agree with me that I am not the type of person who will look backwards. I always set goals, sometimes very unrealistic ones, and I would strive to reach them most of the time at higher cost. It's not always a bad thing, but today I decide to look backwards and connect the dots. So colleagues, please know that each and every one of you has played a role in my growth, and for that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to you who supported me, who pushed me to go forward, taught me skills, helped me improve my knowledge. You simply helped me grow. But more importantly, thank you to those of you who also helped me grow even faster by not supporting me, by judging me, and by throwing stones at me, which I use to build steps towards achieving my goals. You know, by looking backwards and connecting the dots, I realize that each and every people put on our way are equally important. That morning smile I share with a friend I will meet in the hallway will make my day. But that grumpy face I get to see on some of our colleagues also remind me that we all go through something, and it helps me stay humble. Our mission director, John Dunlop, often reminds us to be kind to each other and to have each other's back. And I couldn't agree more. Being kind to each other, though, is not to agree with each other. We are different, and our difference is a gift. Being kind to each other is having a respect for one's opinion. What would this mission be like if we all thought the same way? If we all liked the same thing and had the exact same knowledge? Our difference is our strength, and we need to acknowledge that. I planned to apply for the special immigrant visa in 2009. I shared that vision with my family, and we never, ever stopped believing that we will make it one day to the United States of America. You see, you have to trust in something in your life, be it God, your guts, your destiny, karma, or whatever, because this will give you confidence to follow your heart, even if it leads you off to well-beaten path. And that's my definition of thinking outside the box. And this allows me to transition to the second part of my speech, where I would like to talk about failure. So, as the ambassador mentioned, I will be tomorrow the guest speaker of one of the embassy public affairs section program called Meet Us. And during that session, I will talk about failure in a form of storytelling. I am convinced that sharing my personal experience helps me and also helps others. It helps me because it's a form of a therapy that will allow me to put words on my feelings. And it helps others because I can serve as a living proof that it's okay to fail. So for those of you who will not be able to make it to the NPR tomorrow, I would like to share this with you. Each of us must decide for ourselves what makes up our failures. Otherwise, life will give us sets of criteria if we let it. I am not here to tell you that failure is fun. No. These episodes of my life were daunting, and I expected the worst every morning. I didn't see the end of my tunnel, but I am here to tell you that failure deflects us from what is not essential. I stopped pretending to be myself, to be someone else than who am I really. I started to focus my energy on things that are important to me. If I have always succeeded in my life, I would never found the determination to win. I was freed because I survived failure, and I strengthened my foundation to rebuild a better life. And one of my inspirational quotes is, "We do not fail at the same thing, but in life, failure is inevitable. Unless you live so carefully that you don't live at all, and so you fail by default." So to close, I have to admit that the reason why I am, or I seem, to be strong is because I have the best family of the universe. I can proudly say that I have the best husband and the best kids. Yeah, I do. They are the most patient people I know. They never let me down. They have my back. And we are in sufficient number to pull, push, and hold each other. So I would like to publicly thank them. Merci. So this is the U.S. mission of Antananarivo, Madagascar. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to move to the greatest country. Thank you for everything you had to offer. I have enjoyed every single day in this awesome place. I am grateful for the matchless professional and personal development that I have experienced while serving the United States government. Thank you for allowing me to offer this unique opportunity to seek a better life for my family and offer the best education possible for my children. I am sure our path will cross again. I am very, very active on social media. You will never lose sight of me. So, friends, Terry Pratchett said, if you don't turn your life into a story, you just become a part of somebody else's story. So roll up your sleeves, grab a pen, and write your story. Thank you.
And the two cakes say "with love" with a huge heart in the middle of them. And some strawberries.
Thank you. Thank you, people. Chocolate cake.
Lead us to a place.
I didn't know that it was for the picture.
Guide us with your grace to a place where we'll be safe. I pray we'll find your light and hold it in our heart. When stars go out each night, remind us where you are. Let this be our prayer as we go away. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, give us faith so we'll be saved. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, give us faith so we'll be saved. say.
To lower the microphone. I did want to just take a couple of minutes to express very special thanks to Sandy. I have spent a good bit of time working with the Acquisition and Assistance Office. I have found everyone to be very, very helpful, but especially I have been impressed with Sandy, her professionalism, her commitment to the USAID's mission here, her knowledge of the regulations, and especially her willingness to step up and help her colleagues to work with her client offices to resolve problems. And the very innovative way that she takes the initiative to find solutions that help everyone in the office. And so I haven't been here but a year, but I feel as though I've known Sandy for a lot longer than that. And I certainly wish her the best in her new endeavors and expect to see great things of her in New York. And I hope that all of us will have the chance to encounter her again as we move through life. So thank you very, very much.
My boss would always say, "Who is in your cubicle?" It's Sandy and I talking about work and regulations and logistics and everything what we can do, not for us, but things how we can impact others too. My first week at USAID was very, very different because Sandy came over to me to say, "What do you need? How can I help you?" It's just about work. And I was like, this woman is just all about work. Can I even joke a little bit? This was a very good example to me. I enjoyed the good times and the songs, and I wish you Godspeed to you and your family.
I will not repeat what the ambassador or our mission director has said about you, Sandy, because there is a lot to say about you. If there is one thing, then when I hear or see you, when I hear your name, what comes to my mind is that positive energy that you have. And allow me to say this, you know, most of people, when they start something, their energy is up here, and as years go by, it's kind of, you know, slowly decreasing. But with you, we have known each other since Iraq. And when I first arrived there, you were the one who showed me around. You were the one who, you know, guided me, taught me what to do, what not to do, where to find things. And when I joined USAID 4 years ago, you still did the same thing for me. So thank you very much for that. Thank you for keeping up your energy up there. I think there is only few people to have their energy up there for so long and never go down. It's okay, I can speak. But the only time that I saw your energy down, and sorry to repeat the story, Sandy, was when a rocket hit the wall of your villa in Iraq. At that time, you were completely down. But guess what? The very next day, you called me and you said, "Serge, are you still coming for dinner tonight?" I was like, "Oh my, but can't you just relax?" That is Sandy. So thank you for having that energy. And I am sure you will still have that energy on your new life in New York. And allow me to finish my turn talking about you by reading something that your former supervisors has said about you. Sandy is a wonderful person. She is always ready to help and ready to learn. She knows from where to get required information, and she's very quick. She has good institutional memories, and OA Madagascar will miss her. That's true. Even though no one is irreplaceable, getting a social, visible, and good negotiator like Sandy is not easy. In short, Sandy is a diplomat. I wish her all the best of luck. Another one. It is a great pleasure working with Sandy, a great employee, always ready to help out. Her hard work and dedication were an important part of our OA team. As she turns the page in her life story, I joined the USAID Madagascar in wishing her every success in all her future endeavors. Good luck.
Actually, I didn't want to speak today.
Why?
Because you know what I'm going to say already. People don't necessarily need to know them. But because none of the gang wanted to say anything, so I'm like, okay, let's go there. And also because everyone talked about all of your ups. But Sandy just mentioned, and it's true, there are lots of ups and lots of downs in life. First, I've known Sandy since our teenage. And then, we've been separated by life. And then I've been closer to her dad than to herself. And then to Vunzi than to herself until she was in Iraq. And so, yeah, I was closer to Vunzi than to Sandy at some point. And even until now, sometimes I would try hard not to slap her face when I say, don't do that to your husband. Because they know that. So, of all of those years, I've lived with Serge and Sandy, and he's not here. When they were in Iraq, I was there years. In Tana when they needed years. So I've known those downs. But later, I've lived with her most of the downs too. And I must thank you, because I've been really privileged to be given the trust by Sandy to know her and to be with her by her side when she's down. It's not given to anyone. And that was such a honor, such a privilege to be there hand in hand with her. Many of you think that we are exactly the same. Those who don't know us, I will tell you, you are totally wrong. Sandy and I are totally different, and that's why we get along so well together, because we complement each other. When she's the bad, I'm the good, and I'm the bad, she's there to keep me in line. And that's how it functions so well. And darn it, Sandy, why do you need to leave? Now I will have to be imbalanced.
Yes, I've been memorized.
Shush!
Not 20 years yet, 2 years to go. But, apart from the privilege to know her when she is down, you guys don't know how this young lady, this humpy lady, she loves to joke about her hump. How can she face challenges that she has lived in life? Yes, of course, I've seen her cry. Not everyone has that privilege too. But very quick, very, very, very quick. She can stand up. You will never see Sandy on the floor. She will be on her knees, but she will use that to stand up and jump. And that's what she does all the time. And you don't know how much I'm proud of you, girl. You don't know how much I've learned from you, from our differences. You don't know how much I needed those craziness.
Stop now, I paid for my makeup.
You will not cry, I know. We'll cry in the office later. But you know, so I wanted to tell you that Sandy's strength is not the strength that you guys have seen all of those years. Sandy's strength is how quickly and how hard can she stand up after her fall. People have tried oh so many times here, outside of the embassy, within the embassy. I've lived all of those with her. But she always knows how to stand up. If there's one single thing I will learn from you, it will be that. You'll have failures, as you said, as you will still say tomorrow and on Tuesday. But we'll use those failures for our success. That I will learn from you. I will never forget. I will try to learn and apply for my own life. And while I'm sad that you're gone, thank you, technology. So there will be days, guys, Ambassador, if sometimes after she departs, I kind of feel sleepy here, you will know that I would have been chatting with her online because of the time difference with New York. Stay.